How are you? This is Oliver Fernandez with the Imperfect Entrepreneur. And today we're going to talk about the bookworm.
At the age of 26, my business was $500,000 in debt. As an entrepreneur, you get pushed around. The question I faced was, how would I crawl out from underneath the debt and grow my business? The exciting part is, I have a multi-million-dollar business now. But the truth is, there is no perfect entrepreneur. Join me and follow along as I share with you the mindset and business strategies needed to grow any company. My name is Oliver Fernandez. Welcome to the Imperfect Entrepreneur.
So we have a little eater. Lily will eat her little pouches and the yogurts, but it's been really cool as of recent. She's now eating real human food like chicken and chili, and we'll put it all on her little high chair, and we'll be working in the kitchen, and then the next thing you know, we'll come back and all the food's gone, and then she's got a big mess on her face, and it's good because she always has a smile there too. So growing up, I never took the time really to read anything that wasn't required of me. My sisters did, but I didn't really take the time to do that. And I had good intentions. Like I still would go get books. Like when we went to the library, I'd see my sisters getting books and I'd get my books too. And I had a strong conviction that I would read those books. The only thing is that once I got those books, I'd maybe look at page 1, 2, first chapter, and then after that, the book would just sit there on the shelf until we returned it back to the library. And for me, like I wanted to learn new things. Like I was definitely eager to learn those things. It's just I didn't want to sit down and just take the time to read. I always wanted to like listen to like a TV or like the radio. So I would be watching like ESPN or, something along those lines. So I knew a lot of things. I knew, people's sports records. I knew their stats, right? They just weren't things that like were helpful in my everyday life. Like knowing Shaq's free throw percentage, which was pretty bad at the time, or his Michael Jordan's 3-point percentage, right? It's not that useful in life, but it's something cool to know. And these things, allow you to, are good because they allow you to leave like your current reality. So like when I'm watching TV, I'm not looking at what's around me and surrounding me, right? From a visual perspective, I'm not, because I'm watching TV visually. From a auditory perspective, like listening, I'm not listening to the things that are around me. I'm listening to the TV. So I've literally basically, I'm sitting at my house, but I'm totally left my house and I'm at the game. Like seeing people's stats come up on the screen. I'm there. I'm living it. I'm seeing the fans sitting down in the bleachers, right? I'm watching them drink their sodas and eating their popcorn. Like I'm there. So I like what those forms of media can do for a person in terms of removing them from their current situation. The only thing is that situation that I was in, which was a game, right, at the time, because I was watching ESPN, just didn't help me in that current situation get a different result. It didn't help me get my schoolwork done. It didn't help me get better at, playing sports. Yeah, I might have learned another move or two, but it wasn't my blood, sweat, and tears, right? So I was improving, but I wasn't improving at the same time. So I understand that how powerful those tools are of media, like being able to watch something and see a different reality so that then you can look to your own life and potentially change your own reality, right? And that's why I then got into like YouTube, right? And I started watching a lot of like YouTube videos and like personal development videos and trying to understand how other people became successful. And that was really instrumental in my life because at the time I was I had started the business. I had not gotten results in the business, and I was kind of going down a negative spiral there. And those YouTube videos and that content that was available to me at no cost at the time had a big impact on my life, just from a understanding that there's something possible else out there, and that there was people that had also gone through really tough and difficult times and they made it through to the other end. To hear those stories, yeah, that's what like helped pull me through those tough times that I was currently going through. So then again, here's content or media, me being able to listen to something, not my current environment. It's not my current situation that I'm seeing. I'm listening to this media, and this media is taking me to a different place. And then I'm taking the concepts that I use from and that I've learned from this media, right? And then applying it to my life and then actually getting results in my life. And then those results that I've gotten then actually make me want to go back to that same media and continue to consume it, right? So like I said, like I really respect and I enjoy that type of media. It's similar to what I'm trying to do now currently with even this podcast, right? Like I'm giving examples of situations that I've had in my life or situations that I've seen work for other people in this podcast. And as those situations are being played out, it might spark an idea in you. It might spark a new thought or enhance a dream in you. And then you can take some of the tactics that we talk about and then apply some of those in your life. And then as you get results, then it becomes more tangible, the concepts that I'm talking about. So, as I was going through those YouTube videos and I was listening to people that had gone through way worse of situations than me, and then they made it out on the other end, it gave me inspiration that I was going to work through my financial troubles at the time. Because as Russell Brunson always says, there's two types of information that you earned, which is information that you go out in the real life and in the real world, and you go and you execute on, and you either get the result you want or you don't get the result you want. But in the process, you've earned that information. Because if you didn't get the result you want, you've obviously gone through some pain, and that is the process of earning that information through the energy that you put into it. And then there's information that you learned. That's information that you got from a YouTube video or even a book, right? A book, you learn that information, and if you're really smart, you'll take that information and then apply it to your life. And what I mean by applying it to your life is, how can I make my current situation better, or what tactic can I use from this information to apply to my life to make my life better? So now I love reading. I've actually set aside 30 minutes of my day, first thing every day, to read, because I know as the day gets going, I can't. It's hard for me, actually. I don't want to say I can't. It's really hard for me to sit down and take that time to read a book. Like I'll listen to Audible during the middle of the day, or like as things are moving along, but it just, things get going so fast throughout the middle of the day that it's so hard for me to sit down and really comprehend and understand and listen and digest the content that I'm reading when I don't read first thing in the morning. And as I read first thing in the morning, I try to focus on not only just consuming this information, but how can I make my life better with this information? Because the information that I'm reading isn't my current situation. It's somebody else's situation. It's somebody else's situation. And oftentimes I'll read read books of people that have been way more successful than me. So as I'm reading their situation, I'm listening to the pains that they've gone through and the things that they've learned. And then I'm taking those understandings and those principles and then applying them to my life. And as I apply them to my life, it allows me to get results. Maybe not as big as the results that person has gotten, but as I continue to apply those same principles over the same time frame that other person has applied them, then it gives me the opportunity to get the same results. And the reason why that's so important is because the actions that I'm taking right now in my life without consuming another piece of content or media, right, that's going to help me, the results that I'm getting right here in my life I'm going to continue to get those results based off of the actions that I'm taking. Whereas I read a book or I listen to a YouTube video that's actually going to help me get to where I want to get to, that's a new idea and a new action that I take from that book or that YouTube video and can apply that new idea or action to my own life. I can now change the trajectory of my life. Use someone else's experiences, learn from the mistakes that they made so that I don't go ahead and repeat those mistakes, and apply that to my life so I can, and you can achieve your goals much faster. And reading and the YouTube stuff is great, but I want to also let you know that that's information. It's only knowledge, right? And the goal of getting that information is not just knowledge. The goal of getting that information is mastery. And to master anything, you need to apply it. And not just apply it once, not just apply it twice. Apply it over and over and over and over again. Like as I'm watching my little daughter learn how to walk, she's trying all day long, up and down, up and down, up and down, pulling up and down, balancing, swaying back and forth, up and down, back and forth, up and down, all day long. Her goal is to master that. And that's your goal as well. Not to just consume and know the information, like know what that it's out there. It's to consume it and master it and take it to a deeper level. So with love, take advantage of the books, take advantage of the resources, take advantage of the information that's out there that's in the same trajectory and path that you want to take in your own life. Learn from those experiences and keep putting one foot in front of the next and continue to build your legacy.
Thank you for listening to The Imperfect Entrepreneur. Please remember to subscribe and leave feedback.
Hey there, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please click subscribe down below and give me a thumbs up. You can reach out to me on Instagram or Facebook at Oliver Fernandez 3. I have new videos just like this one dropping every week. So drop a comment down below and let me know what you want to hear next. Until then, keep growing and keep learning. Just do it.